Staying with politics, both Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are currently locked in a tight margin of error contest nationally and in 7 battleground states, one of those being Pennsylvania, where recent polling shows an extremely tight race. Let's be joined now by Eugene DePasquale, Democrat candidate for Pennsylvania's Attorney General and former Pennsylvania State Representatives. Thank you for joining me today.
Reverend, thank you for having me, and happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. To start, recent polling shows Harris and Trump polling within the margin of error in Pennsylvania. What's been the state of play in your perspective, speaking to the level of enthusiasm you've been picking up from voters for races like yours and also for the top of the ticket? I did a bus tour of Philadelphia, doing other states, and I sensed some growing enthusiasm. What are you picking up?
Absolutely, Reverend. First of all, I was running for Attorney General, talking about my record of cracking down on over 3,000 untested rape kits, finding 58,000 unanswered phone calls to the child abuse hotline, and better protecting children in the state. And it is in perfect sync with the vice president's message of, particularly when she was Attorney General of California, holding big banks accountable, holding environmental polluters accountable. But the thing that, beyond the issues, because she's the right person for the job, but it's obviously going to be close and tight in Pennsylvania, and we're both going to win, but we're going to win by tight margins. But that enthusiasm you're bringing up is real. My favorite Temple owl is my daughter, Sarah. She's a senior at Temple University. And look, I have enormous respect for President Biden, but to be blunt, during the summer, the enthusiasm with her and her friends towards the president just wasn't there. Following the vice president becoming the party standard bearer, I can tell you that all of her friends are really ready to run through the snow. Hopefully it doesn't snow that early, but they are ready to do whatever it takes, run through walls. They are incredibly enthusiastic. You combine the enthusiasm of young people with our combined messages of holding the powerful accountable, I think we're going to win the state.
Now, Trump is currently holding a campaign rally in Butler, the site of his July assassination attempt, where one person died and 2 more were injured. What have been your thoughts on Trump returning to the town where it happened? Is this an issue that the next Pennsylvania Attorney General may have to deal with?
The short answer is yes, Reverend. First of all, I'm in Pittsburgh right now. I live in Pittsburgh, so I'm about 30 miles from where the site is right now. Certainly the day that happened, it was shocking. Political violence is unacceptable. I am surprised that he's going back to that location. This is a challenge for law enforcement. This is a challenge for local prosecutors, the sheriff's offices, and certainly the county offices in Butler County, putting enormous strain under them. Look, he's got a right to campaign there, but this is something that will put significant strain on law enforcement throughout Western Pennsylvania.
Now, in recent weeks, Republicans have unleashed a slew of lawsuits challenging voting rules and practices ahead of the November election, setting the stage for what could be a far larger and more contentious legal battle after Election Day. What are your concerns about this? Is Pennsylvania ready for these post-Election Day challenges?
First of all, I'm running against someone that wouldn't even concede that Biden won the state of Pennsylvania 4 years ago. So, that's the stakes we're dealing with in the race for Attorney General. But specifically, Governor Shapiro, his team is putting together a top-flight election security team. I myself have also previously investigated the security of the voter registration data system, making sure that system was more secure. I also investigated counting machines all over the state to make sure they were more secure. I believe Pennsylvania is ready to have the most secure election in our state's history. But we know no matter what happens, the lawsuits are coming, particularly if President Trump is defeated in Pennsylvania. He defines being a sore loser. He will file those lawsuits. He only cares about himself. And the Shapiro administration, and certainly myself, if and when I'm elected Attorney General, will defend every registered voter that casts those votes legally, making sure they get counted. The voters should pick the winner, not the lawyers in the courtroom.
Pennsylvania State Representative Eugene DePasquale, thank you for being with us.